Alright, this is going to be a quick one today because it has been a rough week. I've been murderously crippled with an endless supply of migraines. So I have a lot of things that need to be done and not enough time where I'm 100%. So we're going to smash this out. 15 minutes, quick, in and out. This one shouldn't take too long anyway. I apologize to all of the people that are watching or not watching. That is my mistake. And I will do better in the future. Right, so today, benefits of getting up early, as the title says. Now, this is obviously each to their own. I know some people prefer to get up later. Some people prefer to get up earlier. Obviously, it depends as well on your type of work. So, for example, I can get up early and still get all my work done. My brother, he works security at night, which means obviously he's not going to be getting up early and then up all night. If you can get up early, I recommend it. If it's not for you, then that's fine too. First thing, more time for yourself. I always find that when I get up early, the day just seems so much longer. I can do so much more because after I wake up, it takes me like an hour before I actually start doing stuff. Whereas after like 7:30, 8 o'clock, I don't do anything productive. So if I'm up until, 10, 11, 12, and then I'm getting up at, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, it's a whole bunch of wasted time at the beginning of my day that I could be doing something useful that then I'm not, obviously, because I'm keeping that time late at night. So I find if I get up early, like 5 o'clock, I have a whole extra 4 or 5 hours where I can actually do stuff that's useful, that gets me somewhere. More time to exercise. This is another time thing. I actually do exercise in the morning as part of my extra time that I get for getting up early. I'll get up and go for a run or go to the gym or something like that, right? Just to exercise in the day. I prefer to do that in the morning. In order to do that in the morning before work, I have to get up earlier. Now, some people like to work out at the end of the day, or if they don't have a day job during the middle of the day, that's fine. It's not so much about when you exercise, it's more the feeling that after, 6 p.m, it's kind of, you don't want to do anything. You're too tired. You've gone through the whole day and it's the time to relax, I guess. Whereas if you get up early, you can smash everything out earlier on in the day, right? And then once it gets to that 6 p.m, you can go, okay, well, now I can relax. But if you get up later, you're still going to hit that 6 p.m. time and then not want to do anything. So I find that getting up early and putting the exercise in that beginning few hours of the day makes it so much easier for me to get that done and then still feel like I have time to relax at the end of the day. Less time in traffic. This one doesn't really make as much of a difference. It says here, less aggression, depression, stress. I guess if you're going to work earlier or doing what you need to do earlier, less traffic. That, I guess you could get less traffic. That's not so much of a big one. More time to get things done. Now, this is another just time-related thing. I find that after I've spent the first few hours of my day going to the gym, exercising, and getting ready for the day, I find that there's still a good hour and a half between once I'm ready for the day and before I actually have to start work. So if I start work at 9 o'clock and I finish getting ready for the day at, I think, 7:30, I can then do a few other things in that hour and a half before work starts. And I find that makes me feel way more productive, which then makes me just feel better within myself. Like I haven't slacked off today. I've actually done stuff that's useful, right? So more time to get things done. Obviously, if you're adamant in working out maybe later in the day, it's an extra few hours that you can get stuff done before people even wake up, before, the majority of the world goes to work, etc., etc. You're achieving more every day just by getting up a couple hours earlier and doing some other stuff in those few hours. Better sleep. I find that it helps with my sleep because I have a certain time that I know I have to be up. So it forces me to go to bed earlier so that I get my full 8-9 hours of sleep a night. And in turn, those regular hours of sleep throughout the week, month, year, whatever it is, just makes me feel more energized. Obviously, if you're well rested, then you can do loads of stuff that you might not really couldn't before, but you have so much more energy and so much more vibrant. You're happier emotionally, mentally, physically. You're just better if you get enough sleep. Right now, some people can function off like 5 hours sleep. Some people need like 12. It doesn't really matter the number as long as you're hitting that. And for me, getting up early forces me to hit that same amount of sleep every single night, regardless of my situation or how I feel. Healthier skin. Now, I have no idea what the scientific evidence is to suggest this. I don't doubt that there is evidence, but healthier skin, once again, it comes back to that well-rested. And it all ties into each other, if you are eating right and exercising and getting enough rest and all this stuff, it all helps with all this stuff. So if you're getting up early and sleeping long enough, you're going to then become healthier, right? Just in your brain and physically and everything. And all of these reasons are terrible, if I'm honest. The main point is that I can only speak from experience here, right? But I find that when I get up early, it forces me to do productive things. Once I wake up, I can lay in bed and kind of just have my head on the pillow and just rest my eyes in the morning, etc., etc. Hit the snooze button, whatever it is. And then go back to sleep for another half hour, this or that. But if I wake up at 5 and I force myself to get up, or I force myself to stay awake and conscious, it means I start my day earlier. Even if I don't get out of bed on that second, I force myself to keep my eyes open. I turn my lamp on. I'm, getting light into my eyes to produce the... I've forgotten what my words are here. To produce the chemical in my brain that tells my brain, okay, it's time to get up and time to start the day. I force myself to get up. And once I do that and I'm up, the day is started. So I go, okay, well, I'll go and have a shower or go to the gym and get my exercise in and have breakfast and get dressed, get my stuff ready for the day. It forces me to just start that process earlier and then finish earlier. And then I have more time the rest of the day to do the things that I actually want to do, or that I have to do, or that I should be doing, because I've gotten everything out of the way early on. It also creates a great sense of achievement and satisfaction within myself, because I know that I've gotten up and I've gone to the gym and I've done all this stuff before 90% of the world is even awake. And that is something that I strive towards. I chase that every single day, is because when I get home from the gym and I get out my car and I look at the house, I look and I go, the majority of the people in this house are all still in bed, asleep. They haven't even thought about their day. So I go, okay, well, it sounds, I guess, cocky. It's more just that competitive edge to go, okay, well, I'm ahead of these people. It's not saying that those people are bad or they should be changing their situation or their whatever it is that they're doing. It's just saying that, okay, I know that for now, I'm not lazy. I've done stuff to move me forward in life. Whereas some other people, the majority of the other people in the world, haven't. Now, taking into account that their day is just pushed back. So mine is from 5 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Theirs will be from 10 in the morning until 11 o'clock at night. Now that's fine. You still have the same amount of time in the day. But going deeper into that point, I know that after 6 o'clock, 6:30 maybe, I don't do anything productive. I know from experience, because I used to be get up at 11 in the morning and stay up till 2 at night. And I know that after like 6:30, 7, regardless of what I've done that day, I don't do anything productive because it's quiet. People are going to sleep, it's night time, it's the end of the day, so I'll just watch Netflix or stream something or watch YouTube, play games, go on my phone, whatever it is, stuff that wasn't useful. I'll just consume stuff. And to me, it's like, now you can do that if that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. But you can consume stuff as much as you want. Or you can take the time that you're consuming all of that stuff and then actually do something productive. Now, if you can do stuff productive at night, that's great. But I know that I don't. I just don't do that. I don't want to, and I just don't. So in order to avoid spending that, 5-6 hours sometimes at the end of my day doing nothing productive, I decide to take that 5-6 hours and then stick it to the front of my day. So I get up earlier, go to bed earlier. And it forces me to do stuff that's actually productive, that's actually useful at the beginning of my day. And that's what I like about it, is I just get more done. I'm just more productive. I'm happier because I'm up and I know that I'm doing stuff that's productive. It's the serotonin and the dopamine in my brain that I get from doing the things that I know I should be doing, from going to the gym, from getting up early, from getting my stuff ready for work for that day before anyone else even thinks about getting up. And it's also a good sense of achievement that when I go to bed at night, obviously it's hours before anyone else, I'm in bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And as I'm going to sleep laying in my bed, I can hear the rest of, my house. People are still up watching TV or, hanging out, just relaxing, doing whatever it is. Other houses in the, down the street doing the same thing. I can hear that and I know that. You can see the light under the door from, people still moving around, whatever it is. And I just know it's something so rewarding about knowing that they're going to stay up for a few more hours when I've chosen to go to sleep, which means I'm going to get a few extra hours tomorrow to do stuff that I know that I should be doing that they're not going to get. It's hard to explain it in a way that doesn't make me sound like a dick, but it's not what it is at all. It's not a I'm better than you type situation. It's just, this is what I've chosen to do and I know that it's working. It's kind of the best way I can explain it. It's I've chosen to get up early and do more productive stuff and this and that, and I know that it's working because I can compare that to someone who's chosen not to do that. And I know that there's a few things that I'm doing that are getting me to the place that I want to get to, whereas contrast to someone who's not doing that, who's not getting to the place that I want to get to. And that's just it. It has nothing to do with this person is less than me or I'm more than them or the place that they've chosen to go to is not correct or whatever it is. It's just the things I've chosen to do to get to the goal that I want to get to is working because I can see what happens if I don't. And that's just as simple as it is. And that's why getting up early, just to bring that back, is such a good thing. You see loads of people who get up early and they achieve so much. There are a few people who stay up late and achieve so much, but I think for the majority of people, that's not the way we're wired. I mean, you can see it in studies done of people who work night shift. I did it for a solid year. It's terrible for your health. It just crumbles you. And it crumbled me after that year, which is why I stopped, because I said, this is just killing me. It's just ruining everything. I'm not doing anything I want to do. It's whatever. I digress. But that's why I think getting up early especially is unbelievably beneficial. And if you can get into the habit of doing that, then you definitely should. Especially because, the sun is up early. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and especially summer in Australia, the sun is up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe not all the way up, but it's light outside. And I've had people go, oh, you get up in the middle of the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, what are you doing? It's like middle of the night. It's daytime outside. It is day. The day has started. Middle of the night, I'm getting up at the beginning of the day. I don't know, I'm just kind of yapping on now, but that's kind of my point. And there are studies to support the stuff I've spoken about the benefits of getting up early. And if after all that you still don't want to, that's your decision. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. It's your life. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're evil for it or you're bad, because it's just not the way it is. We all have different things that we want to do. We're all individuals, so you want to stay up till tomorrow, be my guest.